Everything all right?
Apart from the wreck of my car, yes.
The village chief was eyeing it with suspicion. Perhaps he thinks it's a monster. Never mind.
This is about the size of the town where I grew up.
Yeah, I guess so. The fact that this is probably the only toilet in the village worries me, and no sign of a sewer system.
What this village really needs is a shopping mall. Have you found out where to get a decent cup of coffee here?
Those are your problems. Carl loves quality. With these nails, you could nail the Queen Mary to Big Ben. The ship, I mean. Carl's a reliable hammer. Even I should be able to drive nails into all sorts of things with this.
Jumbo, my friend.
What do you have for sale?
Whatever you need. Mountain climbing equipment, traditional medicine, ceramic bowls, and original Tanzanian wooden giraffes.
Wooden giraffes? Wooden giraffes?
They are produced by kindly old Maasai grandmothers. It takes them weeks to produce just one.
No, they're not. They're carved by Chinese prisoners.
You offend me. You are distorting the image of our cultural and globalized fair trade.
I'm not distorting anything. I carved them myself. Hundreds with these hands.
Fine. Then I assume you do not wish to purchase one.
Damn right.
But maybe you would like to carve me some for stock.
No.
As you wish.
We could use some mountain climbing equipment.
I have coats and equipment for climbing Kilimanjaro in my warehouse.
Will you sell me some?
Only once the tournament is over. I'm not leaving this spot, but I'm happy to sell you a couple of wooden giraffes.
I could go and get the coats from the warehouse.
I am sorry, but the warehouse is guarded, and the guards will only let warriors from the tribe in.
Then I'll come back later.
If you say so.
What sort of medicine do you have?
What do I have? Things work a bit differently here, my friends. The question is, what medicine do you need? Let me have a look at you. An obvious case. The fire of the rhinoceros.
What is that exactly?
Any good pharmacist can see at a glance that you are not an upright man.
No one's ever complained about my uprightness.
I don't just mean your equipment, I mean your whole life. You are flighty and fickle. In your condition, you should not climb Kilimanjaro or anything else.
I'm gonna have to disappoint you. Jack never has problems.
If you say so.
About that fire of the rhinoceros? Thanks. Not interested.
If you say so.
I'd like to buy a bow.
That will be 20 shillings.
What? 20 shillings for a bow? It's worth 5 at the most.
Listen, we aren't in the Cairo Bazaar, and I have the local monopoly on ceramic bowls. So, 20 shillings.
I can't afford that.
If you say so.
Cheerio. The monkeys probably recognize that I'm not a member of their troop. What's up there?
Shh, just listen.
My villagers, our financial situation is precarious. Unfortunately, the Afro Real Estate Bank used our substantial profits from carpet and insurance bonds to play the market. In the end, they gambled it all away. As you know, we now owe a big sum to the Jirani tribe. The ancient rules allow us to resolve the conflict through a tournament. If, at the end of the day, a fighter manages to win for our cause, then we get a fresh start. But if a fighter from the Jirani tribe should win, then we will be forced to abandon the common currency we once embraced with our neighbors.
Ah, Mr. Keane. What an unpleasant reunion. Terry?
Finally, say goodbye to the world.
On the contrary. Terry, put your hands where I can see them.
Looks like a classic standoff. And now?
My friends, I'm sure you wouldn't want to disregard our traditions.
What traditions? Just get out of my way, you interfering fool.
First of all, you are speaking to the chief of the proud village of Koa Manyatan. Secondly, all disputes here may only be dealt with on the meeting grounds and with previous registration. And thirdly, if you do not wish to agree to these terms, my tribe of hunters and gatherers who own very, very many sharp spears might become quite incensed.
Careful, Jack.
Any more questions, gentlemen?
We don't want any trouble, but what about them?
Terry, how many bullets do you have?
A couple, I think.
Against a village full of warriors. Poor odds. It isn't worth it. We shall find another way to negotiate with Mr. Keane. Terry, you guard the airship. I'll take a look around. Please maintain a respectful distance.
Jumbo, stranger.
Actually, all we want to do is climb that mountain.
Have fun with your climb then.
Can we simply go?
Sure. I take it that you've got appropriate snow gear. But of course, you must wait until we resolve our feud at the meeting grounds.
What, snow gear? In Africa?
If it wasn't necessary, we wouldn't do so much business selling it.
What's going on down there?
Unfortunately, we are greatly in debt to the neighboring tribe because our bank left us hanging. The creditor must forego his claim if his tribe is defeated in a duel.
I'd like to help solve the conflict in a diplomatic way.
Well, there is a way for you to ensure justice for our village.
With words?
No, with your hands, clenched into two determined fists. If you win, you will save our village. Plus, you win an original, authentic Koa Manyatan warrior mask, trademark.
Count me in.
But you're not wearing any war paint. Sorry, but you cannot compete without this. The creditor warriors would laugh their heads off.
This mask is the prize in the tournament and an important symbol for these people.
Jack, would you believe it? I've just had 2 marriage proposals.
I could enter the tournament, but I need war paint.
And?
Well, I thought women always carry lots of makeup, don't you?
Sure. And men never stare at my cleavage. How cliché can you get?
Fine, I'll find another way to paint myself.
Just to save you embarrassment, I know a Comoc Indian war paint pattern that might help you.
Have you ever considered asking a pro?
All you can do is make him look like a hooker.
For war paint, Amanda is the better choice.
Good thing you're sometimes nice to me, or you'd be in trouble. Okay, hold still. Just a little bit here and some there. Perfect. One fearsome warrior.
Wow, thanks. Hey, Carl.
Hello, Jack.
Aren't boring cars the only things you can build? How about airships like Umbati?
Actually, the technology isn't all that complicated. But I must admit, they did a pretty impressive job on the engines. They involve a lot of expensive mechanics. This makes me curious.
There's a wrecked airship in the savannah, probably unguarded.
Wow! An Umbati airship close up. I wonder how they solved the weight problems.
We could drive there.
Great idea! I'm ready whenever you are! What is it, Jack?
I need to borrow your car. I'd like to have another drive round.
I have a bad feeling about this. But if you insist...
I'll be careful, promise.
Good luck.
Let's move along.